Over the years, how have you been improved your ability to think?
I think I'll come back to your question, but I take a little issue with not thinking is important, but it's not the only thing.
Oh.
How can you improve people's ability to feel? How can you improve people's ability to connect with other people, which I think are equally important? Thinking is one way of being in the world. I think it gets too much attention at the expense of all those people who feel their way in the world. And connect socially is how they are in the world. So I think, so you can tell I'm a thinker as well, because I use the word I think, not I feel. It's very telling. The language is very telling. So how have I improved the way I think? I love to read, and getting ideas from both, the professional books as well as fiction and nonfiction. I think I improved my ability to think by engaging with people who think differently than me. I'm a member of a book club, and one member is the most analytical reader I have ever seen in my life. And he pays attention to details that I would miss. But because I know Erwin, I now read a little differently. It's changed a little bit how I think when I read.
Beautiful. Erwin is name.
Yeah. Erwin. Yeah, I'm laughing. Just certain stories I could tell I won't, but just such an analytical reader. I think the ladder of inference is probably the best tool to help us think differently and recognize how quickly are you familiar with the ladder of inference?
No.
Okay. I'll send you a paper about it, but it explains that we are meaning-making beings as humans, and with very little information, we jump up to the top of our ladder and reach a conclusion.
Oh.
Very little data. It's a fantastic tool. Have your watchers look up ladder of inference. It's a tool Chris Argyris developed years and years ago. But trouble is we don't think very much. We leap to conclusions with very little data, and we forget that we don't have access to all the data. We don't have the same experience, so we process data differently based on my experiences. You and I can look at the same thing, and because we have such different experiences, we will reach different conclusions about what the data mean. And then we will reach different conclusions, and we will take different actions based on the exact same data. The story I always tell to illustrate this is, imagine, I do this with a big group of people, you're at a really fancy resort hotel. But you are the world's foremost expert on safety. So you've just spent 2 hours doing a safety audit for this hotel. Okay, and then I say, tell me about the hotel. Well, you have fire extinguishers, you have emergency exits blocked, you don't have the right exhaust fans in the kitchen. So that's what you as a safety expert paid attention to. And then I say, okay, imagine you are a young bride and her mother at this hotel deciding if you want to hold your wedding here. Walk around for 2 hours, tell me about this hotel. You will tell me, the lobby is beautiful, the flowers, the food was delicious, the ballroom was gorgeous, the ground. So 2 people walking around the exact same hotel, 2 completely different stories. So we do that all the time as humans. We forget that we only are paying attention to certain data because of our biases, our prejudices, our upbringing, our experiences, but we think that is the truth instead of our truth. So by learning that we think we're thinking, but we're not, we're leaping into conclusions. We don't have all the data. Everybody's experience is different. How can we learn? How can we, first of all, recognize we do this all the time in a split second? How can we learn to bring in these other perspectives, this other data, this other set of experiences, and expand our thinking that way? Because if you ask people, if you find yourself in a debate, stop and go, help me understand how you reach this conclusion. What data do you have? It will end the debate right away, because what often happens is, oh, I didn't know that.
That's wisdom right there.
It's the only way I know to change somebody's mind is you get down to the level of data and you say, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Now let me share my data with you, because here's what the data I have and the experience. Oh, so to change your thinking, realize you're often not thinking at all.
What is the tool name?
The ladder, Ladder, the ladder of inference. INFER, inference.
Inference, yeah, ladder of inference. But you're gonna send
it's
me
one of the most powerful. Yeah. Send me. Make sure I have your email. I'm not sure I do.
I sent you an email earlier today. Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Send me that one. Thank you.
Yes.
The last question.
Expand your thinking by. Go ahead.